Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wise Guys Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. I am going to do some more cooking this morning. Uh, because of my weird schedule, I'm actually going to be cooking in the morning for a dish that would typically be intended for lunch or dinner because I don't want to make it late at night after I get off of work. Whoa, shoot. Whoa. Oh, crap. I was actually, wow. Okay, it's not fully frozen. That's interesting. Uh, I have some eggs that I was planning on boiling for potato salad. Let's see the front one. Let's get that going, and then let's also set this aside. All right, so got a bunch of potatoes here. Hey, Frog G, what's up? Good morning. Frog G says, I work nights. This meal sounds appropriate. Looks like a hard water problem. I don't know, is it? I thought it was a factor of. I thought it was a factor of my refrigerator settings being set too cold. It's set on the recommended setting, which is colder, what they call colder. And essentially, it's what I noticed is when I put stuff in there, like vegetables and whatnot, in the refrigerator, things tend to get super crispy and sometimes to the extent of frozen. So, like, I've got, it could be like spinach, lettuce, um, that kind of stuff tends to get crispy. Um, like I have this jar of flame roasted green chili. It's in a liquid because it's basically diced minced chili, and at one point a chunk of that, like the top layer, froze. Similar here with the pan of eggs that I needed a hard boil. Those were also uh, they were just sitting in the bottom shelf in the fridge, and I kind of find out there's like a layer thick of frozen water in the top layer. That's the joke. The water is the fridge setting is too low. But the thing is, colder is what it says. It's oh, that's a good one. It totally went over my head. Um, the the dial for the temperature in the fridge is set to colder, and it even says recommended next to it. Anywho, I've got golden potatoes. I kept putting off using them, and they're starting to get a little wrinkly, so I'm just gonna, pop them in here. What you don't see right now is me putting it into these potatoes into a pot of water. I call it a pot. Some people call it a pan. Whoa. Let's get that set to boil. I guess I'll just turn on, raise the temperature for the eggs as well. Get them going. Shoot, what was I looking for? I was looking for, oh, there. I was looking for ingredients for the homemade potato salad I'm going to make. Himalayan pink salt, peppercorn medley, black pepper, celery seed, mayonnaise. I've got a piece of smoky peppercorn salmon. So it's got some seasoning on it already. Aquastar Smart Seafood. Ready to grill or bake. I'm going to marinated filet with garlic and cracked pepper. Well, because of salmon, I'm going to still season it with I went on I did a live stream at this place called oh yeah, that's got some woo, smoky. Let's turn on the fan. Hopefully I don't kick on the smoke detector. Anyway, I went to a place called Trader's World. They had a vendor there that sells Louisiana Cajun style foods and spices. And I guess he's had a booth there for like 20, 25 years. So I picked up from him some Cajun seasoning. Get a fridge thermometer. You'll need to adjust the fridge to get it in the recommended setting. Don't trust the fridge dial setting. Yeah, you're probably right, because recommended is not supposed to freeze your food. I mean, like, I will, for example, have half an onion put in there, and then that half an onion will be partially frozen. You know what? Now that we're talking about it, I just gotta turn it down a little. Let's see if that helps any. And then, let's see here. So this has to go in the oven according to the directions. Oh, wait a minute, wait. Man. Yeah, it's totally already seasoned. It's even in its own pouch thing. I thought I was going to have to... All right. I guess I got this so that I had a backup plan, so that if I chose not to, if I changed my mind and didn't make the, if I changed my mind and didn't make the Cajun one after all, then it would already be seasoned for something else. Shit. I already committed to doing Cajun, but I don't think it'll harm it too much if I do Cajun over black pepper and garlic, is it? All right, yeah. 23 to 27 minutes at 400 degrees, it says. Yeah, my work schedule is 12:30 to 9, so I miss a lot of the streams and end up having to watch them on replay. I'm hoping after I'm done with the cooking stream, I can play some more BioShock. I needed a little break from BioShock, so that's why I hadn't been streaming it. I guess I could have just switched to another game momentarily. Come back to BioShock later. Alright, so 400 for 23 to 27 minutes. Probably should do 23 because the oven heats up pretty nicely. And then on this, it doesn't specify how much to add, so it must be to taste. My fridge has that same problem you are experiencing. Took a bit, but it's dialed in now. Looks like you're just going to cook and enjoy. Yeah, more or less. We got Smokes the Fox funded last night on the MMM over at Michael T's. Nice! Great news. Great news. I love hearing when campaigns get funded. Cajun seasoning. Cajun seasoning. I think that's going to be enough. I don't know. Maybe it's even overboard. We shall find out. I figure if absolutely necessary, I could always, scrape it off with a knife or something. All right, so 400 for 23 to 27. 423 to 27. So 23, 27. So I'll set the cook timer for 28. Because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Mainly because there's like a 5-minute preheat time on the oven, on average. All I'm doing with these potatoes here are removing the growth from the eyes. That looks good. Rinse them off. The eggs are almost. The eggs are almost coming to a boil. Well, you know what? Oh man, I could have made that. I could have made the gold potatoes cook faster if I'd have chopped them up first. Would have also saved me some more time after, because they're going to be so darn hot. It's going to be hard to cut them unless I use like a fork and a knife. I cut some of the bigger potatoes into halves again, so they're more like each half is a quarter. So they're all roughly the same size. But actually, these. Oh, I've been forgetting to cut them the other way too. So I just try to cut them into quarters. Alright. The water's coming to a boil. I'm going to set the other timer, the regular timer. For, let's try 10 minutes. So I'll go full bore, hard boiling. I want to make sure they're hard boiled and not just soft boiled. I hope they come out better. Last couple of times I was making hard boiled eggs, man, they were hard as heck to shell. If you do it right, they are so easy to shell, and that's when it's the best. The best. All right, so yep. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to throw these over here in this little pan. This is actually just a pizza pan. I like it because it's smaller than a full-on baking sheet, and because I don't have a whole lot of potatoes. We got some olive oil. We got some Lipton onion mix. Onion roasted potatoes calls for 1 envelope. They say 4 medium all-purpose potatoes, about 2 pounds. I don't know how many pounds this comes out to be. They're called 2-bite potatoes. 24 ounces, that's 2 pounds, isn't it? They're saying 425 degrees in a roasting pan or baking dish. 35 minutes or until golden brown. This should be doable though. Alright, that. Let's see. You know what? I guess I could just kind of loosely toss them myself by hand. Sometimes by hand is the best way to do stuff, you know? I'm not sure what timer that was. There we go. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. And then I'll just stir occasionally. Probably with a spatula. Let's put this in the oven. So roughly 20 minutes so far. Oh. Put away the EVOO. Don't need that anymore. Okay. That. Let me add some more salt to the hard-boiled eggs. Wait a minute. You know what? I think I forgot to set. I think I forgot to finish setting the hard-boiled eggs timer. It seemed like it stopped. Probably gonna use the whole thing now. Mayonnaise. Do I have any decent spoons that'll reach in there? Is this gonna reach in there? Oh, it looks like it. All right, there we go. Actually, I'll probably need to use that anyway. Just help stir it. All right, so. You gotta be kidding me. Am I really out of. Let me see. All right. Oops. Let me see here. I'm putting the hard-boiled eggs in a cold water bath, draining it, refilling it with cold water. celery seed into the mayo. I like a lot of celery seed. Oh, I gotta remember the onion. Draining the water for the eggs, refilling with cold water. Draining the egg water, refilling with cold water again. I don't think I'm gonna need the full onion. This is a huge one, actually. I might put the rest in the fridge. So, kind of cut the onion in half, make it more manageable. Cut most of the way, but not all the way. And then cut it crosswise. And that'll give you, oh, there's a layer of onion skin I missed. All right, let's. All right. Yeah, that might be enough onions. Excuse the mess. Let's see. Nodding off, gonna hop off to bed. Nightwise night chat. Take it easy, Frog G. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. 6 minutes left on the fish timer. I should have actually done the roasted potatoes first and then added the fish later so that they would be done closer to the same time. But instead, things are going to be finished in the wrong order. But that's okay. Alright, that one came out a little better. Shelling hard-boiled eggs. I'm hoping to finish this before the fish is ready to pull. While I'm peeling, I'm also running it under cold water because that seems to help in peel removal, shell removal. Helps loosen the shell sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. I wonder if I crack the shell and put it back in the water, if that'll help it loosen even more and better prepare them for shell removal. That's something I had not tried that I can remember. Well, that was messed up. I got like 5 eggs left, but the timer for the fish is 1 minute. So I might finish the rest later. I've got enough for the potato salad, so we're good there. I hear you. You're right there. Oh shoot. Oh, that blows. I forgot to turn on the burner, turn off the burner for the hard-boiled eggs. That's not good. All right, potatoes feel like they're done. I poked them with a knife. I want the knife. Let's get the fish out. That you gotta be careful when you open the oven. Watch out for that initial burst of heat that shoots out. Oh shoot! Wow. All right, that's looking pretty nice. It might actually be done. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. You got a view of that. Come a little closer. Come a little bit closer. All right. See. Let's see. Well, let's see. Check the flakiness. Yeah, that's probably done. Let's move the roast. Let's take the roasted potatoes. We're going to use a spatula to flip the roasted potatoes around. Actually, I know I'm off camera, but bear with me. Oh, shoot. All right, let's get this on the second shelf. I think it said 425. Yeah, 425 for 35 minutes. We said for like 10, so let's put it at 425. And then we originally had it set for like the last 10 minutes of the fish, I believe. So that means 15 minutes more. I'm just going to set it for 15 and ignore the part about, and I'm going to ignore the part about 5-minute preheat time because it's already at 400. Ooh, that's neat. Can't help it. I'm going for another piece. The skin itself is more or less stuck to the foil, but it looks like some of it's coming up. Well, Oh man, so I like it. I think though that it needs to, I either have to commit one way or the other. Instead of combining garlic and garlic butter, I'm sorry, garlic, pepper, and Cajun seasonings, I should just go one way or the other. But it's good. I like it. All right, so let's get some eggs. And because I like my potato salad on the chunkier side, with the potatoes cooked a little bit past al dente, I don't like them to be like hard as rock. I like them to be tender, but not soft and mushy. Excuse me. I like them to have the texture. So I'm also going to leave the, I'm only going to go so far as to slicing the eggs and not cut them any smaller than that. So that should be the preheat. For 3 or 4 pounds of potatoes, I'm doing like, I think it's about 6 or 7 eggs, hard boiled. Of course, do this all to taste. I just happen to love hard boiled eggs. Normally, I would also have, oh, by the way, welcome to everyone who's joined. Hey, Mrs. Good Stuff, how's it going? Good morning to you. I prepared the salmon. I forgot that I actually got a flavored salmon, a pre-flavored, pre-seasoned salmon. It's actually black pepper and garlic, but I added Cajun seasoning to it because I want to see how it would taste. Came out pretty good. Let me see here. So get this over here. Gotta drain the potatoes. I'm trying to figure out. By the way, Mrs. Good Stuff, I'm trying to figure out. I suddenly have a craving for egg salad. Oh yeah, I love egg salad. You know what I can probably do is take the potato. I am potato. Let me see. Well, I guess I could go. Ah, nice and tender. So you either cut the potatoes before or after they're boiled. And yes, whether it's, this is my preference, whether it's golden potatoes or if it's red potatoes, I love having the skin on it. In part because the skin is where most of the vitamins and nutrients of potatoes are, not in the meat itself, interestingly enough. I was going to mention, Mrs. Good Stuff, you, let's see, if I remember, the next Sausage Uncorked is happening like the 5th of April. I'm trying to come up with something unique because I want to actually place. I want to place in the competition this time around instead of always being on the sidelines with at most 1 vote. I've got to come up with something fancier, something that, and also something that has more appealing plate appeal, you might say. Because you've got that plate appeal. Okay, so welcome everyone to the channel. Among cooking streams, I do chill streams, just going to random stores and browsing to see what's out there and see what kinds of toys they have. I also do a lot of confiscate promotion. As they say, we are a hat group. I like to see campaigns get fully funded. And I just heard earlier this morning, thanks to Frog G, that Smokes the Fox got fully funded during Michael T's stream, the MMM show. So that's great news. Congrats to them. For some of these things that I've made several times in the past, you'll see that I often eyeball stuff. I more or less go by what looks right. And I'm also trying to judge this time around whether I'm going to need more onions or potatoes. I definitely need more potatoes, but I made this salad recently where I added a whole onion, a whole, I guess it was a sweet onion, sweet yellow. And man, I went overboard because the heat and the strength of the onion was overpowering. It overpowered the rest of the salad. So that's when you know you've got too much onion. I mean, and this is for an onion lover like myself. It was too much for me. It's pretty funny. So I added more spinach to help lessen the heat, if you will. What do you think about the big Will Smith slap everyone is talking about? It's ridiculous. I'm kind of on Chris Rock's side. It was a joke. Supposedly, Will Smith's wife has alopecia, so it caused her to lose her hair. But I don't know if Chris Rock even knows about it. But he made this comment, from what I saw, made a joke saying something to the effect that she's going to do great in G.I. Jane 2, which is fine. Some people say it was a joke in poor taste, but I think it's fine. I think it's still funny. I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, like, just look at all the people calling EVS fat and bald. He takes it in stride. I mean, people need to lighten up, get their sense of humor back. It's kind of hard to tell as to whether the slap was legit. Some say it is legit, but some also point out that based on the angle that you keep seeing in all the clips, it just as well could have been faked. And the reason why some people think it still could be faked is that awards shows like the Oscars have been struggling for years trying to maintain an audience or draw new people in. But people are sick and tired of awards shows these days. Like, I stopped watching an awards show about 10, 15 years ago. And I don't miss them. They're basically a bunch of entitled actors and actresses patting themselves on the back and giving too much credit to some movies over others, when half the time or more they're not even that good. Oh, going back to the Will Smith thing, part of it supposedly is also supposedly Will Smith is cucked, as they say. Like his wife Jada Pinkett Smith supposedly has a boyfriend, and Will Smith, I guess, is okay with it, or he allows it to continue. So I haven't really followed that side of it, but I have heard of that going on. In any case, and someone else pointed out that initially, when you look at the footage, initially even Will Smith was laughing about it, but then he looked over and noticed Jada's reaction, and I guess she seemed to be staring daggers, giving the dagger eyes. And then that's when he felt he needed to stand up for his woman, despite her cucking him. So, I don't know. I kind of think it was just an attention grab to get people talking about the Oscars. It's kind of a non-issue when it comes down to it. All right, let's take a look at... All right, roasted potatoes should be done. Oh, man, I got to remember, as soon as you open an oven door, and, you had stuff cooking a while, stay back. Stay prepared, because... Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Not sure how well you can see that. Man, I need a tray or something to display this. But you know what? Maybe I'll just use one of these. I could use a pie pan, I suppose, but let's grab a spatula. Hercules. All right, let's see. Set that aside there. Use a hot pad. Whoop, shoot. Dang it. I got all this extra virgin olive oil all over my glove. This Friday, April Fool's. Yeah, I know the main subject is April Fool's, but I thought you had all these different segments, and like at the end of the show, you do your voting for Sausage and Corked. Unless I'm confusing the shows. I hear you. I got one vote the first 2 times I entered. I had to up my presentation game, I think. He did get funded. I'm so happy. I agree. But if everyone slapped someone during the Oscars for disrespectful jokes, there would be a full-on brawl every year. I know. Most acceptance speeches make me want to gag. Yeah, I was about to go into that too, because they're constantly actors and actresses are constantly virtue signaling Let's see, who are the most common culprits? I think Leonardo DiCaprio and Susan Sarandon. And Barbara Streisand. And, there's some valid points that, Leonardo DiCaprio is supposedly always championing the environment, but he's constantly in Al Gore. But they've got mansions. They're constantly flying private planes instead of commercial with the rest of us. So yeah, GTFO with your virtue signaling celebrities, because I don't need it. Let's see, is it cool enough for me to remove this? I don't want to accidentally spill more EVO, extra virgin olive oil over my countertops and stuff. All right, so. Set this aside. Off, 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 off. And then, let's see. The thing about plating and cooking is part of what makes people find food alluring and appetizing is presentation. When you're looking at food, it's not taste alone. Your other senses come into play. So we're talking also sight and smell. All right. And yes, I understand this is not the best plating. I'm just trying to get to the point. But I'm just trying to show what the finished product might look like. This is what it's going to look like for me, at least. Because I know it tastes good, and I know I'm going to eat it no matter what. So, Cajun spiced salmon and onion roasted potatoes. And then I'm still, you know what? Let me get this out of the way too. Oh wait, is this a piece of fish? If it's a piece of fish, I don't want it to go to waste. Oh man. When I put the foil on, apparently I made a gash in the foil on the edge. So EVOO spilled into the bottom of the pan. So it's oily and I have to wash that real good. All right, so we saw the salmon. Nice and tender. This isn't burnt. It's one of those like little purple potatoes. Man, I just love this medley colored potatoes. Just like, if you haven't tried them and you're into grape and cherry tomatoes, Please try those grape tomatoes that are that medley of different colors too, because man, they're so good. So tasty. When I was growing up, we had a set of metal bowls. So whenever we made salads, like potato salad and stuff, homemade potato salad, macaroni salad, what have you, or even just green salad, chef salad, Caesar salad. We'd have this huge metal bowl, maybe 2 to 3 times this size. And then you could dig in with your hands. Of course, you'll wash your hands, as usual. And that way you could do that instead of stirring with a spoon or something. Because the human hands are one of the most versatile tools ever. You know, and I have so much bloody mayo in here that I think I'm just going to include all these potatoes that I boiled. Five more, including this one. Let's see. Most acceptance speeches make me want to gag. We do. You just said the 5th. Oh, all right. So it's actually the 4th, right? Is that what you're saying? Ryan says, always something new and tasty. I can only make like 5 things and you never make the same thing twice. I try not to. I mean, well, if I'm going to do streams, I don't see the point in making the same thing twice. Because if someone wants a recap, they could just watch the replay. And I just happen to love food. And I'm always stuffing my face. And homemade food is infinitely times more tastier and healthier for you than fast food. I love fast food, but you can't survive off of that. It's going to lead to a whole slew of health issues down the road. Whether fast food joints care to admit it or not. I'd say restaurant food is generally healthier. That's just a guess. Because usually someone's cooking it, whether it's a line cook or a chef. Okay. Last potato. Hot potato. So this didn't turn out to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. Cutting the potatoes after the fact, after they were boiled. One thing, I guess the main difference, I thought initially it would just simply be too hot to handle. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. The color goes busted in control. I haven't thrown parties for a bunch of children. Went all the way. No. So I thought handling them after getting fully cooked would be an issue, but they were manageable. So I was able to use them. I was able to work with them without using a fork the whole time. I only had to do it for the first few. So that's pretty cool. Normally, you'll also add mustard to cut the mayonnaise. But the only mustard I have left is a honey pineapple mustard and jalapeno mustard. And I don't feel like using either of those because I don't want those flavor profiles in this potato salad. I want this like, kind of like, I don't know if you'd necessarily call it a virgin potato salad. So let me see. I also have to taste it to see what the onion ratio is like. Because I'm concerned that I might not have enough onion in it this time around. In my salad, I overdid it and used an entire whole onion. And it was so overpowering that I had to counter it with spinach. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, babe. That came out perfect. So the only other thing that I would suggest adding at this point, freshly ground salt to taste. The thing about adding these kinds of seasonings is you want to try and do it while things are cooking. You know, even though they're done cooking, freshly ground pepper, by the way, for spices and seasonings to be effective, at least as far as I understand, you want to try and apply them while the food is cooking to get the most effectiveness out of them. And this is, you know what? This piece of onion I didn't cut sufficiently, so I'm just going to eat it. Get in my belly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, babe. This could use more stirring, too. It's just, I'm trying to be careful not to spill over the edge. I don't have any of those giant bowls like I used to. And on one hand, I want them again, but on the other, it may encourage me to make more and more large dishes, and it's only me here, so I can only eat so much at a time. All right, so to recap, we've got Cajun seasoned salmon fillet, and we've got onion and extra virgin olive oil seasoned roasted potatoes, and we've got homemade potato salad. It's like a potato theme today. Now, let's see if there's anything else I might have missed. Wanted to make sure you had the date. Uncorked is April 1st. Oh, Uncorked is April 1st. Sausage Fest is the 1st? Oh, man, that's Friday. Never had Cajun salmon. It looks good. Yeah, it's very tasty. Yeah, good stuff. No pun intended. Oh, my gosh. All right. I'm even sweating a little. All right, so there you have it. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. What time are we looking at? 11. I was going to try and squeeze in a gaming stream before I started work, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'd rather eat. So I hope you all have a great day. I will have to whip up something this week before the 1st because I don't want to miss a competition. I did buy some more sweet Italian sausage last grocery trip, and then I also purchased some brats. So I wanted to try and come up with something different. Thanks everyone for joining. See you later. Have a good lunch. Thanks so much. Appreciate everyone for stopping in. Thanks all who are in chat, and thanks to everyone who watches this on replay. Always appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe, mark the bell for notifications, share the stream. Drop a note in the comments on which one you might consider making, or at least which dish you dig the most. All right. Y'all have a great one, and we'll see you on the next stream. Bye.